Hey everyone, I got some good news here today. Baldur's Gate 3 just had a surprise hotfix update which addressed some of the issues that were brought about with the last hotfix that dropped a month ago. I was affected by this with my game crashing often and a lot of performance-based issues if you end up playing for like more than an hour. Now this is all fixed with hotfix 36 here, and they actually put a little post out about this, and I wanted to talk a little bit about it because unfortunately this is the last small update. This was actually really sad to read, but I understand obviously they're working on Divinity here, but this was aimed to resolve corrupted save games affecting a number of players, and it seemed to introduce some performance issues that have triggered crashes. And this is something that I've been hit with pretty heavily. I've talked about it in a few videos and actually was talking about how people could like leave bug reports for Larian because this was affecting a lot of players and a lot of people couldn't even play the game. I've gotten comments every few hours since the last month when this dropped, and I'm so glad that this is now working properly. I went through and did all my testing, and from what I can see, things are working smooth as ever, and this is amazing. So what this actually ended up fixing was there was a frame rate drop and an eventual crash when loading a save game. Now, this is something I was talking about in a few videos. I would get to 33% and then the game would end up lagging and crashing. And this happened anytime that I changed a mod in my mod load order, if I downloaded one, or if I removed one. So you can imagine that was happening often when I'm testing hundreds of mods a week for my best mods of the week video. So that is really nice. It seemed to be mostly affecting people with modded playthroughs. However, I did get a lot of comments from people that had no mods installed at all. They couldn't even load their game. So I think across the board, this should be working now properly as it should. And there was also several different crashes that were occurring now. If you've watched some of my videos recently, you may have saw that happening mid-video. This was happening on respec for me. If I was switching between locations, like in Act 3 from Rivington to the main city, I would get crashes all the time. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It just happened. And I received a lot of comments from people saying that they were having issues like in Act 1 in particular locations as well, like going into the Underdark and things like that. So it seems I went around, teleported, used a bunch of mods, tried to break this thing as much as I could, and I'm not having issues with it, so that is really nice. But again, like the last hotfix, there could be issues that will pop up over time. It's just the nature of it, but it does seem like this one will potentially be like the patch to fix it all. But there was also bugs on Xbox where tooltips in the inventory and trade windows were not displaying correctly. Now it does say just on Xbox, but I was having some weird issues that I haven't seen pop up now on PC, where if I went into combat, my inventory, like whatever bags I had in the inventory would automatically open up in combat, and they would do it randomly, like periodically. I tested some combat out earlier and that wasn't happening now. So there was weird tooltip issues with the inventory. It says on Xbox, but even on PC, I think that is now all solved and fixed. There's also bugs on Mac preventing characters from progressing through the character creation when starting a new character, introduction, and cinematic on honor mode. And this is also affecting people on console, I'm pretty sure from what I've seen. But again, they only know how to correct things if people are putting in different bug reports. So it's something I'm always mentioning is if you're having issues with Baldur's Gate 3, I get a lot of comments from people that do have issues. My number one suggestion is to always leave a bug report. Larian's been really good to get back to people and obviously address these things, but they do take time. Like a big issue like the last update that dropped, it took about a month to get this fixed, but unfortunately some people weren't able to play, or others like me were having difficulties with playing. But in general, if you're having bugs, it's better to submit a bug report than to talk about it on the internet most times, because it is actually going right to the source and Larian can help fix those issues. So I always recommend leaving a bug report, and these things, even on the forums, people are always mentioning leave bug reports. It helps a lot. So again, if these things do end up happening, like if this hotfix causes you issues, obviously you can leave comments on my videos. It helps me to know because I like to spread the information around to other people, but leave a bug report to Larian, they'll get to addressing it. But it does seem like this one will sadly be the last update for Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah, that is very sad to me, and I was actually having a conversation in a Discord server about this. With Baldur's Gate 3 numbers have been dropping pretty heavily here, and that's why I've ended up not making as many Baldur's Gate 3 videos. Obviously the hotfix was causing me issues, as my best mods of the week videos were taking 3 or 4 hours to do, which is a lot of time to put towards a single video, but that was just the issues that were happening with the amount of crashes I was having. But unfortunately, Baldur's Gate 3 does have a very large dip. Like, this is the Steam charts right now, and if we look back, January had actually a pretty big boom. They reached a very large high of 126 concurrent players. This is just on PC, not including PlayStation 5 or Xbox. Now we're getting down 24-hour peaks of 50K. In the span of 3 months, we've dropped over 50%. Like, I'm not sure what's happening. If you guys know, please let me know, because I'm curious why there's a lot less people playing Baldur's Gate 3. Obviously, player bases do decline over time. That's a pretty heavy drop, though, over the last little while. And with that, I do have to make different types of content on my channel just because the views have dropped heavily. Less people are playing Baldur's Gate 3, and that's fine. I still love this game, still making mods for this game. I'm still putting in a lot of time and effort into it, but I do have to switch things up from time to time just to, make it so my channel doesn't fail. So it's a humble request. 98% of my viewers aren't actually subscribed to my channel, so I would really appreciate that if you guys end up subscribing. Maybe that would make my Baldur's Gate 3 videos do a little bit better on YouTube. Maybe I'll be able to make more of them. Who knows? But I would appreciate it. But yeah, as far as this hotfix goes, I think this is working smoothly, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm excited to play some more Baldur's Gate 3 and actually be able to mod and add mods to my save without having a ton of issues and save loading issues, corrupted files, all that stuff. So it's good to be back in Faerun and Baldur's Gate 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and hit the subscribe button below.